Welcome back everyone to another episode of Timberborn. I am Andrea Dev, and if you're new here and you enjoy the video, don't forget to hit the like button and consider subscribing to the channel. It does help a lot. So without further ado, let's jump in and get things rolling. What you can see in here, it's the almost work in progress, and by almost I mean like we are halfway through our little dam, and you know what, I am very happy because I was afraid that our beaver friends will not be able to reach this part, but apparently it's not gonna be the case. Everything should come along pretty nicely very soon, I guess. I am just need to wait because at the moment we have a very, not great situation for metal block, which is most of the things that we need for our dam, for sluice and overhang and whatnot. So I say to myself, while this is getting, finished and get worked on, I might be able to start working on some of this, because we need to create a better system for irrigation and whatnot, and at the moment we are having a very hard time. Now, I did some testing, and apparently a 3x3, as I was probably mentioning last time, is the best way to irrigate an area. And by irrigate, I mean like just having enough water over a drought or whatnot. It's not gonna be enough, but it's gonna be okay just for be able to plant and have everything. Now, most of the time we need a lot, and by a lot I mean like way more water, but for this specific case I think that I can create just a canal, and I need to decide where I want this canal. At the moment I'm using this part in here, but I could be able to coast out this water reservoir. Now, what if tomorrow I decided that I want this water reservoir to be bigger? How are we gonna handle that? Well, probably a good plan is to keep a little bit of extra space on the side, because, well, you never know. Really, it's like a matter of what you gonna bring, what are you gonna bring to this specific reservoir, and every reservoir is different. So I think that my current option, it's gonna be one, create a path to connect this part of the map all together, so like so, and start to dig a trench in here. So I'm gonna use this path as a walking path, but as a canal as well. And what that's gonna allow me to do, it's gonna allow me to extend on this other side as well. And I think that the 6x6 should be, enough as well. I'm gonna start with this 2x3, and I'm gonna go and dig another one in case I do need it. Now, we're gonna need a lot of dynamite, but we should be able to make it happen. I don't think it's gonna be too hard. Now, where do we want our beaver friend to get the entrance to this canal? I think that the side will be great, which means that I might have to destroy this part in here. But there is a but, obviously. It's gonna create a problem. By cutting this road and cutting this down, I'm gonna have a hard time going in here. I don't know. Let's see how this goes. Let's create, so this is a 2 deep hole, and then I'm gonna place a sluice at the bottom and let it irrigate the entirety of it. So this is just gonna be our irrigation canal, pretty much. Another thing is, all of these will go. I will dynamite the hell out of this ground very soon, and I'll make sure that we do have enough space for our food production. I could potentially level it up. It would probably cost me less in terms of material, but at the moment I don't have a dirt excavator. I mean, we are at a very good point with science. Let's see, how much would it cost for us to start to invest? Okay, so a dirt excavator will be 2k, and 1k for the dirt. I mean, like, we need to eventually unlock it, and right now I don't think I need anything else, so I guess it's happening. we are going with this, and with everything, I mean, like, there is even the dynamite, and let's see, some more bridge as well, which I'm gonna need very soon. I bet that are gonna need a little bit of science, but we should be fine. For now, let's keep it that way. So the dirt excavator require a good amount of electricity as well, and this part in here was supposed to be deemed to be like industrial, because, well, for first we have completely access to everything in here, which means that we have access to electricity that is at the moment is not used for anything else. We are going to start to recover a little bit of this scrap metal because, well, we are here, why not? Like so, and put another stairs in here to connect everything. Now let's see, we need a gatherer flag. There we go. We got 6 beaver unemployed because of our expansion that we did with the house. As you can see, we got 3 more house added, and 50 beaver are currently children. So yeah, we're gonna have plenty of worker very soon, which is great. It's gonna help us greatly, and most likely we're gonna expand our builder and hauler kind of like district, because that's something that we definitely need, and we need a lot of them. Okay, so after placing the roads, possibly the next step is mark everything to be deleted, like so. And I don't know how long this is gonna take, but let's give it a little bit of a high priority, because otherwise we're gonna stay here night and day. And once this is done, I will probably place the setup for the dirt excavator on top of this mountain. I will place it, and yeah, probably create a little storage in here, a little underground dirt storage, just to have everything very close. And I'm gonna have to sort out a way to pass the electricity straight away and arrive to there. But that's a plan for when everything in here is done. Let's create a high priority in here for everything, just to make sure that everything takes from the other side. Probably a good thing to do is start to mark these on very high on priority as well. And the only reason is we want to start to prepare the entirety of this dam. I mean, like, if I go too deep, it's alright, but it's not all the water. Yeah, it will be fine. I think that that should be fine. That should be no problem. Now, what are we gonna do with these reservoir? Well, I think that a good guess would be get some of this water to be reused and to be stored, because we have all these overhang in here which are doing nothing at the moment. We probably can drop in some overhang on top or in front, and we can construct some scaffolding so that we can place water storage and water pump, and, you know, increase our water collection, because at the moment we are at 2k water, which is okay, but it's not a lot. Food wise, we are still at a very good point. I think that we need to start to work on our storage as well as soon as our industrial expansion is completed. Now, I'll let it run a little bit, try and get all the dynamite placed in the right places. Like, I can see that they're already working on it. Do I have extract? I don't think I'm having any type of extract at the moment. And this is because I do not have a centrifuge, right? Is this the problem? All right, well, it's time to have a centrifuge, because otherwise we're not going to be able to have the dynamite that we wanted. And yeah, probably somewhere in here should be fine for multiple reasons. And one of those is that, well, we have electricity in here, and this is no joke. It's required 200 horsepower. I mean, like, in here... Oh no, wait, in here was supposed to have it, but we don't have no water coming through. Alright, yeah, that completely makes sense. And is there anything that we can do about it to redirect some of this water in here so that we can have all of this restarting. I mean, like, not really, other than have a little bit more water coming through this way, or create another aqueduct on this side. I mean, like, I'm not gonna have metal block, I'm not gonna have explosive, nor I'm gonna have any type of extract if this doesn't work. Should I move it and just let it be? That's a very good and valid question that I'm posing myself at the moment. Another things that I could do is that I could just wall down this part and let these reservoir kind of like let the extra flow go into this canal, because at the moment it's already in here, and I was planning to recovering it, but I think that I might have to dynamite a little bit something out of here if I really want to get this recovered in terms of space and whatnot. Yeah, actually, you know what? It's gonna be easier for me to just right now place this dynamite and, you know, kind of like give it a couple of time, because yeah, like, you know, place explosive a couple of time, it's just gonna be faster. You see, piece of cake. And this one, well, didn't finish it. I thought it did. Let's explode this part and give it another round of dynamite. That should be pretty straightforward and should be fast as well. I was looking at this bridge, and I think that I want to pause this beaver statue until the entirety of the bridge is done. And the reason is it's just gonna take off resources from building the bridge. This is like come after, it's been placed in position, so all good for now. There we go, one more level. I think that I'm just gonna place this dynamite in here and then gonna explode all at once. It's just gonna, you know, look better. Our centrifuge, it's almost done, 90%. We're just very short on metal block, and there is a reason for it. Yeah, I completely murdered this area. This area is completely being cut out. Possibly I should have created some sort of floodgate in here to get some of these going on if it was really necessary. I could kind of like reactivate it just to start to have some extra things, but yeah, that's gonna be a tough one. And I think that I might move everything all at once somewhere else. I don't feel like this is gonna stay here forever. Perfect, dynamite has been placed. We can now start to placing everything, and I think that I'm gonna have a sluice. So let's see, this is probably 3 level down, which should be flat with this level, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, so I think I went too deep, or not deep enough. No, too deep, because the level in here, it's like 1 and 2 from this flat area, and in here I am 3 level down. I mean, like, I could place a levee there at the bottom. I feel like it would have just more sense to have everything in flat, like so. And now I can close these like that. Now, why would I do that? Well, it's simple. If I place everything like 85%, once this is flat, then it can go straight and reach the house in here and water down everything. Now, this water is slowly backing up, and we know that because we start to have this area flooded a little bit. Hopefully we're gonna have enough water that push it through this canal. I really need this area to probably get back to, you know, its normal splendors, or kind of. I did decided to detonate some of these in here as well, because I always end up having this area in here dry and die, because this canal is like one step ahead. And I think that I prefer having at least this side in here watered just a little bit. Hopefully once this reservoir is gonna be here, things are gonna, you know, change, but so till then we really need this area to be, you know, watered. I am very happy that they start to build this entire reservoir simultaneously, because obviously if the metal block are not being produced, it's, you know, working here go very, very slow. and all of this area just kind of like block everything. Instead, like these, they can work onto different areas simultaneously, which is great. Is exactly what we want. I'll let it run a little bit, and once we have more, I'll kind of like pick it up and show you where we are at. In the meantime, I think that I'm gonna do the same exact thing, since I don't have any extract, or well, not a lot of it. What is it? This one. All of these are just missing extract, as you can see. Actually, these three have it. I think that we are starting to produce extract. I'm gonna give it a little bit of time. Maybe this is gonna have priority over everything else. Just wanna really start to get this part going and see how deep can it be. And once this is sorted, I might just extend the other side, because look how much space do we have. We should, you know, not give up all of this free space, especially because we are in need of, you know, more food and more tree, I think, at this point. We have plenty of area, the map is gigantic, so we are very good in terms of space, but, you know, it's the green space that we're missing. Also, this is going very, very well. I'm very happy. Sunflower production at the moment, it is very good. We have almost an entire storage field with sunflower, and beaver loves it. It's one of the things that has a hard time to come out, but it's, you know, it's faster. It goes faster because it takes probably a little bit of time, more than the carrots at this point. I might have to start add a little bit of beehive to produce this a little bit faster. Yeah, this centrifuge is probably worth to make it prioritize from the haulers so that it can receive all the things that it need. But yeah, we are producing extract, very good, very nice. And we're almost at the end of this ruin, very, very good. Ooh, I can see in here that they place stairs, and well, very soon. I wonder, is this gonna be able to be removed? Maybe I positioned the stair in the wrong spot. I should have placed it where there was nothing. I don't know if they can remove tree from the stairs. I hope they could. I mean, like, I hope that it's not a problem, but there is crap as well coming from here. Perfect. And a bad tide is approaching. Well, we are not scared, we are not afraid. We are actually very happy that all of this is happening right now, because we have a great system in place and we are not afraid to use it. Let's try and get these dynamite sorted out, and these as well. That's probably for the best, to give it a little bit of extra priority. There we go. I might have like a one height bridge, one size bridge. Do I have a bridge? Yeah, I do have one bridge, suspended bridge. Yeah, it's fine. And look at these. This is started to take shape as well. Let's give a little bit of priority to these three explosive. We could probably, you know, are they not able to reach it? Why are they doing that one first? Is it? I thought this was prioritized. There we go. Well, somebody's coming. There is always somebody's coming. Let's see. Should we get a little bit of cinematic going? Look at this. Beautiful. And let's give it a go to this row as well. There we go. Perfect. Yep, that's definitely the right level. I am happy to see that. I was a little bit worried for a minute. I was like, oh, maybe I just used the wrong level, but yeah, no, it's fine. Everything is fine. Everything is good. Let's destroy these stairs and place another dynamite in here. This should be the last one before these actually start to work. All right, so we now have these sorted. We need to destroy this and place a dynamite in here. Mark it as priority because, well, duh, we need it right now. We need it yesterday. And the only thing that's missed now is that create a little bridge for our bear friend to reach the other side. Honestly, I don't know if this is gonna stay, because if this works as expected, what am I having this entire contraption for? I'm gonna get rid of it all at once. But yeah, one thing at a time. Definitely there's gonna be plenty of wood to recover from these. And talking about wood to recover, let's try and mark these so we do not have too much. Oh well, this is not gonna be able to be reached at this point. It's fine, all is good, not a big issue for now. The construction is advancing. I can see that this bridge is at a great pace, and once they're gonna be finishing the impermeable floor, we are definitely gonna start to see some water coming into the reservoir. Let's see if I can speed up this process. I guess that the important part is the metal block, right? Yeah, this is done. There we go. Perfect. Well, once these metal block are gonna reach the destination, I can see that they're doing everything super fast. I'm super happy. And again, we have 4 beavers that have you know, unemployed, and we need more haulers and more builders and more everything at this point. Now, should I start build everything vertically? I don't know, because as I was saying, I love to terraform the map. Like in general, it's something that I really enjoy, and I ended up arriving mid-game that I want to kind of completely restructure. But I guess this is a problem for another day. Right now, I'm just going to add a couple of extra unhauling posts, maybe in here, and another builder hut, like so. Give them a path, a way to reach the colony, and a little bit of priority, because why not? We definitely need these figures helping our beaver friend. Things that are happening right now is that there is no fun. There is not much fun. If you're looking at our well-being, I mean, like, there is everyone is fed and has sleep, and you know, have a house and whatnot, so that we are covered on that side. But we're not doing nothing with these cattail crackers and maple pastry and all of these beautiful social life things. We have none of this, so we're gonna have to start with some of this. And I think that it's probably good to start with some little things for their well-being, like tooth grinders and whatnot. Now, I was trying to find a spot for them to be close to home, and at the same time, like, have enough space to do whatever they need to do. So I think that I'm gonna place some in here, and I'm gonna place as well, what is this, shrine, contemplation spot, yeah, there we go, and some contemplation spot for our bear friend, just so they can, you know, realign their life and grind their tooth as well. Let's give them a little bit of priority, because this is a thing that is just log, and we have plenty of that, and there should be even, you know, kilometer zero kind of thing. Okay, this is get emptied of a plank, but why? Well, what I wanted to do? Do I wanted to have this for logs? I don't remember. I remember that I marked it to be emptied. I might have to go and watch one of my previous videos and see like why I did what I did. For now it's fine. For now we have everything under control. I'll leave it be. We have just an extra storage in case, just in case. Let's see if there is anything missing at this point. We have pretty much everything. So the only thing that's missing is, well, the water. The water coming from this side. We are now in a week of bad tide, which, you know what, it's fine. It's completely fine, because we are gonna be able to build this at some point. Now, to reach that destination, probably the best way it is to get some overhang where they are supposed to be, and one at the end. So once this is done, we are gonna do the same, you know, domino effect. So once they're gonna reach these two overhang, and these two overhang are completed, they're gonna be able to, from the top, reach the tower in here, and all of this is gonna be able to be builded once at a time. Slowly but surely we're gonna arrive there. Another thing is that I think that from here they can start and build this part of the construction, but in the meantime our beaver are just, you know, doing what they can on this other side. I can see that we are starting to creating some of at least a couple of row, which is perfect. If we can contain a little bit of extra water, and that water can come out from that side by having this watered down, it's perfect. We cannot ask for more. We are 2 days away from the end of this current bad tide, and yeah, I'm happy to see that they are starting the construction of this side. If we could have a couple of extra metal block done and the impermeable floor in this area, that would already allow us to have, I guess, some water in here, which will redirect part of this water to this area. I mean, like, we are good in potato, but it could be better. It always could be. So that's part of the hopefully next things. And I need to now decide what I'm gonna do with this area. I mean, like, I could create, as I was saying, a systems that I can open and close. Maybe just some sluices that redirect back and forward on demand kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know. I am because at some point I want to close this bed water with some, what is it, bed water rig? Yeah, with this bed water rig at some point during the playthrough. So I don't know if it's a wise idea to count on the bed water to actually irrigate this area. Maybe because I now have this part, I could just kind of like draw a straight line and use this straight line as a walkthrough kind of thing. I'm not sure at this point. I'm not super sure. I'll let it play. I'll let it play a little bit, at least this overhang, and see what it's look like after. And then we will see how can we sort out this reservoir to distribute all the water proportionally, I guess. I wanted to withhold some of this water in here, and I don't want to just the water to go over. So I might just create some sort of contraption that the extra water that comes from the top get pushed out and get pushed into a canal, a river of, you know, that I'm gonna be exploding part of this, at least a couple of units deep, and that's gonna give me the extra water. So basically what's happening is that this reservoir is not constantly gonna be flow in, but the extra water that comes from this, it's gonna, once filled to the top, be able to fill the rest of this. It means that during the during the drought, we still gonna have part of these not working as it should, which probably is gonna be fine, because we're gonna start to use these little reservoir in here, and we're gonna add some extra battery and water wheel in here, and all the electricity is probably gonna come from there. So that should be something. And another bed died, and we are cycle 33 right now, so our colony is doing super good. I'm very happy of this, how this is going. I feel like it is time to expand a little bit on the concept that we have of storage, because I mean, like, this is good, but it could be way better. And way better, it means that we could have all of these lifted and have vertical storage. So I love to do something usually where I place storage one on top of each other, and this column, for example, it's column or something, and then, you know, like for example in this case it's blueberry, which means that I'm gonna place the next storage on top, and that's gonna be blueberry, and then this is gonna be blueberry and blueberry, you know, like an entire column of storage of the same item that allow me to visually see what are we actually producing in big quantity, or what are we you know, lacking in the colony at that specific time. So that's gonna be something that I have to work very soon. And storage overall don't require much. They require plank and log, things that we currently have. I don't want to say abundantly, but we do have plenty. Do we? Because let's see. Oh yeah, plank are running low. Okay, that's something that we need to actually work on. Now, where is my sawmill? Well, they are both in here. It would probably make sense to have plank there, no? I'm assuming that that's a good place to have plank. And I have some more plank produced in here as well. I'm expecting that most of these are just going to be sent to the wood workshop, where we convert them to treated plank. Let's see, do we have any other sawmill? I don't think I have any extra, which is a shame, because we should really have some extra sawmill working. Maybe on this other side I can take advantage of this part of the map. Let's see, if I create a little contraption in here, possibly I want it somewhere where I can build it from the top. That is perfect, for example. And I can do this coming on the left side, yes, and this is gonna come forward like so, And then I'm gonna have a couple of sawmill in here, taking advantage of this bad water. At the moment we are producing like a lot, so I'm not even worried about it, and we have plenty of logs, so that should sort us out somehow. This should be enough. Now let's give it a little bit of priority in here, and as you can see, I haven't destroyed this just yet. I'll wait until everything is done, and then I'll remove these last bits to place a T-joint connection. That should kind of like avoid us not having a lot of power, because if I destroy this piece, then all of these four factory are gonna run only on 4 water wheel instead of the entire line. So that's gonna be unfortunate. I mean, like, most of this water is just getting loose in here, but we almost there. I think that just the water floor is missing, and then, well, obviously the last bits. Let me see. This is holding on to this, which is not gonna be able to be reached, isn't it? I mean, like, unless this is done. Okay, so they're waiting for this to be finished, and then they should be able to reach it. I'm happy that they are building this bridge almost, and as you can see, we are starting to have somewhat a little bit of water. It's a long way still to go before it's actually functional, and I really need to close this hole at some point. But yeah, I'm gonna wait at least until this is done so they can kind of like build it from the top. And you know, building from the top, it means that all of these need more metal blocks, so I prefer not to, just for now, for the time being, I guess. I'm questioning myself now, as like, should I create this as a square instead of like a more of like round shape? And what do you think it's good as a reservoir? Should I just keep this shape or not? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comment. That would be greatly appreciated. Well, I was wrong. They can definitely remove everything from the stairs. That should give our beaver a little bit of edge on how to reach all of these trees, and I think they should be able to reach all of them. Yeah, now it's just gonna require some time because we do not have many people available. Actually, on that note, we are good in water, we are good with food. Let's try and expand a little bit more our colony. That will do. 3 more apartment. That you know, should help us a little bit increase our colony. Just a tiny bit, enough for have this job covered at all time. We now have water as well because, well, basically I closed this part because I wanted this area to be flooded so that these entire systems, you know, start to work. But is it working? It is indeed. And let's see, we now have some water coming in. Is it going to water the entire area? It is. It is working perfectly. Maybe a little bit too much. What is it? What's the level that we are having at the moment? Yeah, it's 0.85. This is just gonna, you know, adjust very soon. Let's see, 80, and it's gonna dry out eventually. Hopefully, finger crossed. Well, the previous one was like died due to be drying out, and this one is flooding. So this game need to kind of like sort his own stuff out, I guess, at this point in time. All right. Let's go back to the construction, and it is going great. I mean, like, it seems like once these few little extra bits are done, let's see if I can give up a little bit of priority so that we can start have some water in here, well, without blocking everything else on this other side. Oh yeah, there we go. We have water. I mean, like, it's going everywhere a little bit, but once these two little contraption here are finished, there should be, you know, plenty to go with it. And we have now recovered this little area in here. Honestly, I don't really want these to be flooded, so I'm gonna close this in here. I'll let it dry for now. Ah, wait, is this now green because of this canal? I don't think so. I think it's green because of these, but hey, what do I know? Let's see if I can just destroy a little bit, let some water flow out, and see what happens after that. All these beaver are just gonna enjoy a little bit of wet food benefits, but yeah, You know what? Even with this automated, once it's flooded and the entire area is flooded, this just keep going, which is very good because it allowed these two buildings to kind of like, you know, receive power. Well, I mean, like I was under the assumption that this was just enough, but doesn't sound like it. So we're producing 1,000 beaver power. I don't know, it's usually horsepower or something as beaver power. It's HP, I guess it stands for horsepower, but yeah, beaver power. And we are just requesting 760. Maybe this is not enough to let this run. Not even at a little bit of efficiency. Let's try and put one in pause, and maybe the other one is gonna benefit from it. No? What if I pause this one? I pause one of these. This one is still gonna be like, no, I'm good, thank you. Oh, I know what's happening. This, it's a no bueno, isn't it? This little contraption here, because it doesn't touch the building. Oh, darn it. I think that I need to do something a little bit more streamlined, like something like this. Let's delete the old one. Let's give super duper high priority to this one. Let's murder this one and get 3 power shot. This one is powered, so it was like just checking that this is powered. And I mean, like, I don't want to lock no beaver in or out. Hopefully all of these should be able to be builded from the inside. Try and give this super high priority, super duper high priority. I mean, like, is this a good thing? It sounds like it. I didn't see the gear there on the side, but definitely this one has it. The center does have. Okay, well, I will be under the assumption that this is just gonna work just fine. And these two are kind of like coming somewhat soon. Maybe not. It's not gonna be able to reach it anymore. It's fine. We will survive with that. Hey, look at that. We have power. Let's unpause this one and unpause these and unpause you as well. So now our entire little industry corner is back to its original form. Now, something that I think would be beneficial is that if we hold some of that water in here. And the reason for that, why are you complaining now? This building needs power to operate. I mean, like, what do you mean? You have power. You're connected to this building, no? These are not connecting to each other? Oh, this is quite annoying. It was before, it was working before. Now everything is without power. Well, I guess it's because of the water. One thing is for sure, this little contraption in here allow us to have a lot of greenery. Let's see if I can recover some wood. Actually not destroy the pot just yet, but get all of this wood back. If I can nail the key. I don't want that part. Okay, let's start from here. Oh yeah, 522. Yes, please. And I mean, I guess that this, it's not needed as well anymore, because we are gonna starting our underground mining thingamabob. Not underground, but it's gonna be working on this little contraption in here. I guess that I can count from this center how much it is, and if I have to have a wild guess, it's from the center, it's a 16 radius, which make me believe that if I select this and I do a very quick calculation from here, which is probably the last part of the last end of this little contraption, I can do like 1, 2. I want to say that having it in here, it's already good enough. And let me just place it down everywhere. It's gonna tell me that it's hard to reach, and they are right for it. It was not on the map for this recovering. And now that I marked this, it's not enough. It's short of like 3 units, I think, but that should be enough to irrigate all around in a spherical way. We will see. We will see. I will be very happy if we could just recover this square. And I don't think this area is yet up to speed with that. But because of the water that comes in here right now, well, I mean, like at the moment, in this moment, it's just getting out on the other side. So it's getting out from there. But at some point, this is going to be completed, and this is going to be the only way out. So I could potentially rely on that little contraption that I was talking about to have some extra water coming out and flow through here all the time. Now, is that the best that I can come up with? Probably not. There is definitely other things I could do. But I want to say that this is probably a good investment in time if I made it just going forward. So basically I take the top like I did with this one and I push it the other way around. Alrighty, while the rest of everything was trying to build in the background, well, I mean, like, this is done. This aqueduct, it's perfectly done. I think that I can unpause this as well, just so they can, you know, work on it. This will hopefully very soon be completed. I mean, like, let me place a ladder in here so that our beaver friend can reach, like, pretty much everywhere, like so. And what's missing? Well, as I was saying, I had time to evaluate the situation and I start to doodle some sort of aqueduct. This is gonna request a lot of metal block. I mean it. And it's probably the same size as this one, if not twice as larger. But what's gonna happen, if we are bringing the water in here, we are gonna be able to get the overflow. If you look through these two dams in on top of here, they're gonna be able to build the overflow and well, sorry, not build. They're through this dam. Once they are built, they're gonna be able to gather the overflow that comes in here and push it out toward our district. And for now, we're not really having anything to do. So there is no water pump, no nothing. This is just like some water storage, big ass large water storage, but it is a water storage at the moment. And once this is completed, and I just realized while I was talking that there is a ladder missing on this other side as well, so that they can kind of like come down and, you know, do their things. But yes, this is gonna help us bring more water on this other side of the map. Because, I mean, like, we have a source in here, but we are not doing nothing with it just yet. So that's gonna require probably another district. At this point in time, I think that the best idea is just having a district in here and do other things on their own. You know, the other side of the river kind of thing, kind of idea. So yeah, now they are exploding this canal. This canal is gonna drip directly into this aqueduct is gonna drip directly into this canal, and this canal is gonna feed our factory in here, which for the moment can stay, and maybe we can convert these at some point to something more you know, less dangerous, like food and other things. But we can now do something very nice. Explode this little canal and enjoy the irrigation. Well, I mean, like, obviously once the drought is back in, obviously, because at the moment we have no water, zero water whatsoever. Hopefully this is gonna be, I would love to have this prioritized, and probably a couple of rows of water in here could be great. But yeah, this is gonna take a little bit of time, just like the other reservoir. But once we have it, we have at our disposal all this water. And as you can see, they already start building all of these canals. Is this reachable? Was this a bad design? Are they gonna be... Because if they're able to do this, then they can move on this side and build everything. But I think they can build from there as well. It seems like they are able to. Yeah, they reach halfway through the steps and drop material in. So I'm guessing it's fine. And while everything else it's building, I might just create a little bit of roads in here so that this can be cleaned. We can recover a little bit of wood at the same times and make space for our drill mission. I was thinking that maybe I want to keep this area like enclosed and drop some water in here. I don't know just yet, but there is a chance that we are able to bring water from there in here, and you know, that's very inviting as an idea. Hopefully in very soon the drought is gonna end and everything gonna start to rework. We have an okay amount of plank, I want to say. Wood, it's wood is actually... How is it going? I mean, like, probably I should have a little bit more lumberjack, because these are literally never being touched. It sounds like by the time these are finished, they kind of like restarted the cycle. It means that we definitely need way more lumberjack. Let's try and get a couple of these removed with the very high priority, and we can place, now that it's clean, 2 lumberjack flag, which as well are gonna be very high priority as well. Super duper hyper important. We know, because we need more wood. And what's happening in here? I mean, like, these, I guess they could be grabbed, but what's happening? Why they don't like it? It's like, we are refusing to grab all of this juicy material that are on the floor. I mean, like, they are log, so they're just like, let's just make sure that these get picked up at some point. So water is slowly filling back up in this area, which is good. It's great, actually. It's exactly what we need. And at some point this is gonna restart flow, I'm assuming. That is the point where most of our, you know what, I will close this one as well. We don't really want any type of water flowing down there. I mean, like, this water in here, it's coming from the other source, so it's fine. I want to say that we are okay with that. Sorry. The water level is raising very fast. I mean, like, 3 times faster because the speed, the play speed is actually 3 times right now, but it is almost there. And what does that mean? It means that once this water is filled up, this little reservoir, it's gonna, you know, provide us with some extra water through the canal. I mean, I think that this is a good time for me to clean up all of this leftover, because there is no real need for it. So, goodbye. And most important, place a levee in here. This levee is like mandatory, because it's gonna close the entirety of this cycle production, and we can finally say that's officially done. 12 log, that should be a piece of cake eventually. But I'm very happy because they already started building this side. I was not expecting that. It's like everything it's already done. So let's see. Is the water coming? Oh, it is. It's coming in, and nothing is stopping it. Except for this hole in here. Hey, come on, it's a 12 log. Can somebody come here and just give it a couple of hammer and like get it out of the systems? There we go. Much better. So that now this... What's going on? 65%? Are you kidding me? They heard me talking. But that means that this canal is now filling back again. And look at this, we now have water again. And look at how much irrigation it gives this out. This is crazy. I'm so happy that I placed it there, because most likely with the water coming in here, we are gonna be able to create another canal somewhere around here. And yeah, that's gonna help us. Oh, look at that. I bet that if I just kind of like carve 2 or 3 more block, like maybe on this side, that's gonna help us greatly improve the amount of water and the green terrain that we have. For now, it's just, it is what it is. Let's get a little bit of cinematic with this beautiful detonation. And I love this game. I don't say this a lot, but oh wow, for a second I got scared. I thought like, oh my god, I just murdered a beaver, like live, direct. And luckily the little beaver friend just decided that it was not his time, and I'm happy for that. I'm very happy. Okay, so we did most of the thing they were supposed to do. This reservoir now is just gonna have to progress a little bit. It needs to be filled up, it needs to do all the fun things that we need. Let's give super duper high priority to that one. This side is completely finished, but that unfortunately it's gonna be the end of our episode today. That's gonna be a wrap for today's episode. So thanks for joining me on our journey of engineering the mega colony in Timberborn. I hope you had as much fun watching as I did playing. Be sure to subscribe for more episodes, and do drop a comment below letting me know what you like to see next. Thanks for watching, bye!